What's up, everybody? I'm Gojiro, and I'm bringing you guys the next part of What If I Was Reborn as Gohan, or I was Gohan. So, yeah. In the previous part, I explained about me with my training with the Supreme Kais and how I obtained the Ultimate Form, and I was able to as well master my Super Saiyan 3. And now I'm training so I can be as strong as Beerus to achieve the Super Saiyan God. Of course, Beerus does wake up like in original, and I still have Pan like in original. I do know about Pan a lot earlier on, and I just told Vidal that I just know because of you can say a gut feeling. Of course, Vidal does decide to believe me. Of course, I do train a lot, and eventually I decided to tell everyone about the Super Saiyan God ritual. Of course, I decided to actually utilize it, but I know that maybe it will be a risky move. But I decided to do it on myself a bit early. Just enough. Of course, everyone decides to perform the ritual on me with Vida doing the same since she already has Pan, at least a month earlier, so yeah. What this of course means that me will be able to perform the Super Saiyan God ritual on me. With me at saying Super Saiyan God, I will easily able to control the form thanks to Mystic, and eventually with my power growing, I will continue to train myself. I also would have used the time chamber and eventually increase my power. Eventually, after some time in training out of the time chamber, I'll be able to at least control Super Saiyan God to a point I can access it at will, but I have not fully mastered it. But I can combine it with Mystic if I wanted to. Eventually, of course, Beerus will still wake up and still go back to Earth. Of course, I'll be prepared for Beerus and ready to fight him. Well, of course, Beerus first fighting my father, and eventually you have to fight Vegeta. But of course, I'll decide to join the battle. With me using the ultimate form, I'm also as strong as Beerus because of my Super Saiyan God form. Of course, Beerus will be impressed by my power, but he can sense that I'm still hiding a lot of power. I will then smirk as I power up. A red aura surrounding me as the silver aura of my mystic form emanates as well, as I have achieved ultimate as I achieve my ultimate Super Saiyan God, a combination between Super Saiyan God and Ultimate combined together. With this, of course, Beerus will be surprised by my power, as I'll punch Beerus sending him flying. My power was way out the charts between him and Goku from the canon, so that's why I'm much stronger. And eventually, I'll continue to battle Beerus as I'll continue to palm him down. Of course, everyone will be impressed by my power and strength because I've never seen someone this strong. Of course, with Broly being there, they decided to perform a Super God ritual on my father Goku so they can have at least better chances, knowing that I may not be able to handle it off for much longer, but they do believe in me. Of course, they perform Super God ritual on Goku so he can help me out, and I do not actually decline this offer. I do have to see instances of finishing this battle alone, but I know with teamwork is a lot better. With both me and my father, we easily able to overpower Beerus. Of course, Beerus will not hold back on our battle. With me, of course, trying to act as much more defensive while Goku is much more offensive. Because I want to protect my father, since I know that I'm almost equivalent to Beerus, while Goku is not as much. Of course, Beerus does use more percentage of his power as the battle continues on. With Beerus actually using 92% of his power is as I'm using my Super Saiyan God Ultimate. With this, of course, I'll easily able to pick up the battle with Beerus. So the Mystic Form constantly unlocking and increasing my potential. And with the Super Saiyan God, of course, boost, I'm most likely able to increase my power a lot more. And eventually, of course, the battle will most likely be in tie. But eventually, I will then drop out Super Saiyan God, like Goku, of course, will drop out Super Saiyan God while I'll still maintain it because I have been training with it. So yeah. With this, of course, Beerus will try to knock out Goku, but I'll able to block his attack. For a glimpse, I'll most likely transform to Super Saiyan 4 instead of God, but I'll then revert back, seeing as my body was reacting on its own, and we should pick a note of that. Eventually, of course, me and Beerus will have a one-on-one battle, and this will be incredibly close, even closer than the canon fight between him and Goku. And eventually, the battle actually ends as a tie, so nobody has actually won this battle. Not me nor Beerus, it's just a tie. Of course, I'll be happy since I was able to at least tie a God of Destruction, and I'll be pretty happy about it. Of course, Beerus tells me that he's really impressed by my potential, and he actually asked me if I want to train on his planet. With me telling him, asking him if Goku and Vegeta can also join. Of course, Beerus does not mind it as long as they don't slow me down on my progress. I'll then nod as Beerus tells me that he will take us in a month later. Of course, I will nod as of course Beerus and Whis go back to our planet. Of course, Gigi kind of thinks that is slightly irresponsible since I'll have a daughter soon, but I tell her that I must get strong enough so I can protect my family. Of course, I'll not spend all my time training on Beer's planet. I'll just do it not as occasionally as Boku and Vegeta, but I will still do it recently. Of course, Vidal does not have a problem with me since she's practically fine with me training, and I can just bring her to Beer's Planet anytime I want. She can just stay in one of the rooms and watch me train. So that's not that big of a problem. Of course, eventually, Whis would pick both me, Goku, and Videl up. Of course, I most likely would have wanted Videl to come with us so she can learn the basics of God Ki, so she can practically control it all better, alongside to having it in her bags just in case if she need a power up. So yeah. Of course, we does train her the basics of God Ki while me, Goku, and Vegeta will just train with one another so we can master our transformations. I'll most likely decide to stick with my Mystic Super Saiyan God since I think it's a really beneficial form. Because Super Saiyan Blue does have a big stamina drain, but I just want to practically continue on with this form. Because I like the color red, so I was just stick with the form of the Super Saiyan God. I mentioned, of course, Bogoku and Vegeta were able to achieve Super Saiyan Blue at least a month earlier on in their training. With this, of course, me being helping them so they can achieve it. Eventually, they both were able to achieve Super Saiyan Blue, and I'm able to fully master my Super Saiyan God afterwards, and even master my Ultimate God form as I continue to train. Bogoku and Vegeta are trying to master their Super Saiyan Blues, but it's much more harder for them than it is for me, since I'm most likely when training to the basics of my forms. I'm also going to training on combining every form that I have, including Super Saiyan God with my ultimate form, so I can increase my power a lot. Since I know that the ultimate form can practically surpass the power of any form, but combining it with a form is really beneficial in itself. So yeah. Of course, I'll still continue to train with Bogoku and Vegeta, and eventually Frieza will still been arrived like in the original. I'll tell Vegeta to stay here as I use Kaikai to teleport both me and Goku to planet Earth. If you're wondering, both Golden and Trunks have been training ever since we left to Beerus' planet. With both of them achieved Super Saiyan 3 on their own, and Gotenks actually achieved such amounts of God Ki because of his training with Boo. Yes, Fat Boo did train with Gotenks, so he can get incredibly stronger, so that's why he's been slightly stronger. Of course, Gotenks will most likely be able to easily push Frieza back, but Frieza will just power up into his golden form, easily overpowering the kids. Eventually, me, Goku, and Vegeta will appear, as I will tell Frieza it's time for him to face justice once again, as I power up into Super Saiyan God, easily able to demolish Frieza. I am focusing on not only increasing my transformations, but also increasing my base form, as I did in the Cell Saga, because I know the transformation just gets stronger as long as the user's base form is even higher. That's why I was most likely focused on increasing my base form than anything else. When Goku and Vegeta were focused on achieving more power, I was focused on increasing my base power to a much more high state so I can increase my transformations level. Of course, Frieza will be pushed back by my power, and I will even tell Frieza I'm still holding back. Of course, Frieza will be irritated and try to kill me, but I'll easily able to dodge multiple Frieza's attacks. I will then remember Whi's teaching of Ultra Instinct, but I'm not actually going for Ultra Instinct. I'm going the path that Gohan went, the base form. I'm going to achieve it myself. I'm going to follow the path of the angels. I'm going to follow my own path. My own path as a hybrid Saiyan. My own path as Gohan. Of course, I'm easily able to defeat Frieza after battle goes on. Of course, I'll not let Frieza blow up the planet, but I'll decide Vegeta to have the kill since with me and Yuko already would have done that. And I'll just throw Frieza in the air and I tell Vegeta to have his own. With Vegeta not only edge out big bang attack and obliterating Frieza. I'll then sigh as I go back to Goten and Trunks and give him a sense beam, asking them to alright, with both of them nodding and thanking me for helping them. With them, of course, I will nod, and eventually I'll use Skycat to support us back to Beerus' planet, which where Videl was been training with Whis. She went training slightly, and eventually Whis was able to help her with her pregnancy by using his staff to practically teleport the baby out of her tummy. So yeah, of course I'll be pretty happy to practically have my daughter Pan, since I'm a pretty happy man. Eventually, of course, the Future Saga will still go on like the original. But of course, New 6 versus New 7 will still go as the original. It said that I will not have anything to bother me since I'm not that focused on school, but also I most likely would be using Dragon Balls to just make myself smart enough so I can practically pass with ease. Even though I don't want to use them, I do want to actually use them because I want to have much more free time for my family and my training. So yeah. Of course, the New 6 vs. New 7 tournament will most likely go as the original, except that when Goku is eliminated alongside Vegeta, I'll actually be up next. And which I'll verse off against Hit with me power up to Super Saiyan God and eventually facing off against Hit. My Super Saiyan God is all stronger than Goku and Vegeta's, so yeah. Of course, I'll most likely able to use my ultimate God form, and eventually I'll be able to defeat Hit in the battle. Of course, I'll give him a respectable fight, and of course, Goku will still befriend Zeno. with me befriending Zeno as well, since I don't see a problem with it. Of course, I'm kind of scared of Zeno, but I do want to befriend him, since I know being a friend with Zeno will be a pretty good thing. But little that I actually forgot is that Danzo was actually watching everything, and now he's trying to steal my body instead of Goku's, so he can torment future Trunks. But guys, this is the end of this part. See you guys in the next one. Sayonara.